Bro, it's only been 3 days since the new year started, bro. And already, bro, I don't think 2026 is our year. I think 2027, you know, bro. And I'm saying this, bro, because legit 12 hours ago, America sent airships, whatever, bro, legit aircrafts to bomb the bases in Venezuela. And not only that, they captured their freaking ruler, bro. And apparently the ruler's a dictatorship, which I've been knowing about him. And he was very corrupted and stuff. But legit, bro, 12 hours ago, this whole bombing thing happened. And tell me why the person who owns this channel dropped a video on the shit that's going on 30 minutes later, bro, on called US evasion plans against Venezuela, bro. First of all, this man has to be working in the CIA. He has to be, I don't know, bro. He definitely has connections because he's been knowing about this and dropping a video 30 minutes after the attack, bro. Talk about dedication. But let's check it out. Why this whole thing happened? Obviously, if you haven't heard it in the news lately, um, President Trump ordered an attack on Venezuela, mainly targeting the military bases or I think military bases or whatever the fuck, and he captured the president all in under 12 hours. Crazy things, crazy. That just shows how powerful America it is. But let's check it out. Why this all happening and whatever. Well, obviously this video was posted 30 minutes after, so I don't think he already had this video prepared. I don't think he knows. I don't even know, but let's check it out.
Why is the United States actively preparing for war in the Southern Caribbean?
But why
To
does
answer
this
that,
all
we have to look at
happen?
the massive reactivation of Cold War infrastructure that has been dormant for decades. What is happening at the Roosevelt Roads Naval Station in Puerto Rico? Once the largest U.S. naval base in the world, this facility was closed in 2004. But reports indicate it is being rapidly brought back online. The U.S. military is turning the civilian zone back into a forward operating base. And what about the Henry E. Rolson Airport? Located in the U.S. Virgin Islands, this isn't just for tourists anymore. It is being transformed into a logistics hub to support heavy military transport. But why is the U.S. doing this right now? There are two main triggers. Is it because of Russia and China? Yes. Intelligence
I've
suggests that
been
Moscow
knowing. No,
invaded
I've been knowing the dictatorship was trying to get help from China. I think China said they were helping Venezuela or something. So I know Venezuela had some sort of support from Russia and China.
Beijing are not just visiting
So
Venezuela, they are attempting to set up permanent
or they
military
were
bases.
supporting
The
something. I don't
U.S.
know.
sees this as an existential threat, a violation of the Monroe Doctrine that they cannot ignore.
Oh, they were trying to
Is it
have
about the
bases
oil?
there.
Absolutely. We are already seeing the precursor to war. U.S. Coast Guard helicopters have been spotted intercepting and seizing oil tankers leaving Venezuelan waters. They are choking off the regime's cash flow before the real shooting starts. If an attack happens, what ships are already in position near Puerto Rico? The U.S. Navy has assembled a specific kill chain. They're using the USS Jason Dunham Arleigh Burke-class destroyer. Its role isn't just guided missile destroyer, it is also an electronic warfare machine. The Jason Dunham is there to jam Venezuelan communications and blind their coastal radars. They are the first line of attack to confuse the enemy. And why is the U.S. Stockdale there? The Stockdale is the shield. Equipped with advanced Aegis missile defense systems, its job is to shoot down any anti-ship missiles Venezuela fires back at the fleet. But how do we know this is an invasion and not just a blockade? Because of the USS Iwo Jima. It is a massive amphibious assault ship. You don't bring the ship unless you plan to put boots on the ground. It is designed to launch waves of Marines onto a hostile beach. But the US isn't just attacking from the north. They are using the island nation of
Bro,
Trinidad.
I think I already said this earlier, bro, but shout out to this dude for the dedication and being on top of shit. Like, talk about timing, bro. Legit 30 minutes after the attack happened, he posted this fucking video explaining why. Obviously, this is before the attack happened, so he just basically made a whole prediction about it, which is crazy. Bro, he has to be, I'm telling you, this man's a part of the CIA or he has some connection in the White House.
And Tobago to close the back door. But how are they using Trinidad? The U.S. Navy is using these waters to blockade the Gulf of Paria. Here is USS Gravely, it is Hunter. The Gravely acts as a sentinel, ensuring no Venezuelan submarines or fast boats can escape into the Atlantic to threaten shipping lanes. And what is the USS Lake Erie doing? This Ticonderoga-class cruiser is the boss. It serves as the air defense commander for the entire operation, coordinating the movements of every ship and plane from its high-tech command center. But ships are slow, so how will the U.S. deliver the first strike? This is where the air power comes in. The B-52 Strata fortresses won't even land in the Caribbean. They will fly straight from the continental United States, deliver their massive payload of cruise missiles, and return home without ever touching the ground. What about the B-1 Lancer? These supersonic bombers will be used for fast attacks. They can swoop in at low altitude and high speed to destroy hardened targets before the enemy knows they are there. But where will the bulk of the Air Force fly from? This is why Roosevelt Roads in Ciba, Puerto Rico is so critical. It puts tactical aircraft just minutes away from the target. The MQ-9 Reapers will loiter over Venezuela for hours, tracking mobile missile launchers and taking them out with Hellfire missiles the moment they move, while the F-35s will be the door kickers. Their job is to penetrate Venezuelan airspace undetected and destroy the S-300
Bro,
air
that's
defense
legit what
batteries so the
happened,
other
bro.
planes can fly
That's
safely.
legit what happened.
Here are VU-22 Osprey speed and versatility. These tilt-rotor aircraft will launch from the USS Iwo Jima and Puerto Rico to insert special forces teams deep behind enemy lines. But all that firepower will need fuel, so the KC-130s, these tankers will orbit near the combat zone, allowing the F-35s and other jets to stay in the fight for hours without returning to base. And finally, why the C-17 cargo transports for logistics? You can't fight a war without supplies. The C-17s will be flying nonstop into Roosevelt Roads and Henry E. Rolson Airport, bringing in the tanks, the ammo, and the troops needed to sustain the attack. So, is the attack inevitable? When you see the bombers on standby, the amphibious ships in position, and the forward bases being reactivated, it looks like the decision has already been made.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll take a look at different scenarios and strategies.
Bro, okay, bro. I didn't even know they were doing this, bro. How did he get this information? Was this like public information? Because I knew there was shit going on with Venezuela. Because I seen videos of the president begging China for protection, whatever the fuck. Because I think he even knew, bro, that America was about to go on timing, bro. Because I know Venezuela had connections. I don't know what kind of connections they had, but I know he had some sort of support from China and Russia. I don't know what it was specifically, but they had connections towards Venezuela, and I didn't know they were trying to make bases there.
Sides. The U.S. Navy's destroyers, submarines, amphibious ships, marines, and P-8 Poseidon aircraft are positioned near Venezuela with a multifaceted strategy designed to confront both the Venezuelan military and the powerful drug cartels operating within the country. From the U.S. perspective, the operation combines overwhelming surveillance, targeted strikes, rapid amphibious assaults, and maritime interdiction to neutralize threats and apply pressure on the Maduro regime. The destroyers provide advanced air, sea, and missile defenses while maintaining the capability to launch precision cruise missile strikes against strategic government and military targets deep within Venezuela. By maintaining a vigilant missile defense posture, these ships are prepared to intercept any hostile air.
Bro, they have like everything planned out, bro. Every
assets to
scenario,
secure the
bro,
task-brief
planned
maritime
out.
perimeter against underwater threats posed by Venezuelan naval forces. In surface combat, the destroyers defend against militia boats or Venezuelan naval vessels trying to disrupt blockades or amphibious operations. As the name suggests, destroyer is equipped to carry around 90 missiles with this vertical launching system, a Mark 45 deck gun position at the front, followed by close combat phalanx and a C-RAM missile system. But that's not all.
Bro.
It also houses Harpoon anti-ship missiles and torpedo tubes for threats underneath. And if that's not enough, there's a submarine hunter-killer Seahawk equipped with sonar and torpedoes featured in the upcoming video. These warships are designed for destruction and defense, but they are not suitable for invasion. But how do you launch a land invasion from the seas? The answer is these amphibious assault ships are specialized warships designed to deploy and support ground forces during military operations, particularly in hostile or contested environments. They resemble small aircraft carriers but are primarily focused on launching and supporting helicopters, vertical or short takeoff and landing VTOL aircraft like the MV-22 Osprey and F-35B Lightning, and amphibious landing craft. The amphibious ships carry thousands of Marines trained for quick expeditionary raids and large-scale amphibious assaults. These Marines will execute precision strikes on
Legit, they're cooked.
command centers or key coastal infrastructure. Their urban combat
Bro,
training...
the thing is, they've been cooked, bro, because I saw videos of it, bro. And the thing is, they weren't even prepared. Venezuela was not even prepared. They didn't even know the attack was going to happen. Like, bro, the attack happened so quick and so precise that they didn't even have fucking time to actually react, bro. Like, I don't even think they were able to use their, like sea defense, bro. They were just too fast, bro. They couldn't even, like, detect the fucking planes.
Potentially working in concert with opposition forces inside Venezuela. Here comes the nuclear-powered attack submarine operates covertly and silently along Venezuela's maritime approaches. It collects vital intelligence by intercepting communications and monitoring naval activity. It can deliver surprise, long-range missile strikes to disrupt regime command and control, jam air defenses, or destroy military facilities. Its presence also deters any third-party naval reinforcements from countries like Russia or Iran, complicating any attempt to bolster the Maduro regime. The P-8 Poseidon aircraft extend the task force's eyes and ears over a vast area. They conduct continuous intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance flights deep into Venezuelan airspace and waters, tracking air defense installations, military movements, and cartel smuggling operations. These aircraft work closely with surface and underwater naval assets to designate targets for missile strikes and monitor submarine activity. They are also capable of electronic warfare operations to disrupt Venezuelan communications and command networks, limiting the regime's operational responsiveness. But why is a single submarine a huge threat to an entire...
This dude. What's his channel name? AiTelly? Bro, are you a part of the White House, bro? Like, are you the military strategist, bro? Cause this man knows way too much, bro.
Navy. The answer is these torpedoes. So let's take a look at how it works. Pressurized air propels the torpedo toward its target. Step number 2. The piston engine with propellers maximizes the torpedo's speed. Step number 3. It trails a wire plugged into the weapons
Yo,
systems
how
aboard the
fast
sub
does it
using
travel
data to
though?
navigate. Step number 4. The torpedo accelerates to 32 knots over 35 miles an hour
35
with a
miles?
range of 8 miles or 12 kilometers. Step number 5. As it nears its target, the wire is cut and its sonar takes over navigation. Step number 6. If the torpedo misses its target, it can circle back and starts hunting the
It
target
can
with its sonar.
spin back the
This one
block?
torpedo has the explosive power of 1,200 pounds of TNT, and I guess you do not want to be at the receiving end of this weapon. But reports suggest that new breed of barracuda torpedo or supercavitating are going to be the latest upgrades. But how would Venezuela's counter the U.S. command of the seas? Well, the military and Congress prepare to defend
what
the
can they
regime
do,
and
bro?
preserve their control through a mix of conventional and asymmetric tactics. The Venezuelan military, although smaller and technologically less advanced, relies on knowledge of local geography, layered air defense sites, and large-scale militia mobilization, reportedly numbering over 4.5 million to counter amphibious
Yeah, that shit
assaults
didn't
and
even
defend
work,
key
bro.
infrastructure. The military employs coastal and naval patrols to challenge U.S. naval operations and uses
Yeah,
missile
they did
systems to
nothing.
threaten
They
and
no
counter aircraft and
challenges
ships.
were
The Venezuelan cartels,
happened, bro.
deeply intertwined
No
with the
challenges
military
were posed
element,
against
use
us.
their familiarity with the terrain, fast boats, and smuggling networks to complicate maritime interdiction. Their tactics include evading surveillance through irregular routes, blending with civilian traffic, and leveraging the dense jumbled terrain for cover against raids. Thus, the likely conflict scenario involves layered U.S. efforts to monitor and interdict cartel trafficking by leveraging aerial surveillance and naval interdiction, combined with submarine strikes and missile attacks against regime military infrastructure to degrade their response capability. While U.S. amphibious forces would act decisively to seize strategic points, suppress resistance, and isolate Maduro's loyalist elements. This is how Venezuela would mount a hybrid defense combining conventional military resistance, local militia networks for asymmetric warfare, and cartel tactics to sustain illicit operations and slow U.S. advances. This complex confrontation reflects both sides' strategic priorities. The U.S. pushes to dismantle narcotics networks and exert regime change pressure with overwhelming technological and tactical superiority, while Venezuela relies on numerical militia mobilization, intimate knowledge of the terrain, and asymmetric tactics to counterbalance its technological and firepower disadvantage. And finally, here comes Russia. Russia is likely to supply Venezuela with long-range drones like the Shahed and Jaren drones. The drones could be deployed by Venezuela for covert strikes against U.S. assets, leveraging their loitering capabilities.
Bro, they
to
can't even do
conduct
that anymore, bro, because no one knew about the attack, bro. Not even us, bro. It just happened so quick. Like, who are they going to supply now, bro? They can't supply nobody, bro. Also, wait, what was Russia relationship with Venezuela? Were they trying to, like, build bases there or something?
precision attacks on airfields, command centers, or logistics hubs. This would be part of a broader strategy to counter U.S. military pressure and project asymmetric threat capabilities. We also made a deep dive into the sea, air, and land components of the nuclear triad.
Damn. All I learned today is America. I'm glad I'm American, bro, because America is powerful, bro. Say what you like about the country, bro, but you gotta admit, bro, when it comes to military attack and strategy, bro, America is on top, bro. America be on timing, bro. But hold up. One thing though.
Subscribe for more videos to not miss a beat.
One thing. Hold up. All right, hold on. One thing though. What were the leaders' reactions, bro? Hold up. Because not only did we capture the fucking president, I saw videos of Venezuelans and they were celebrating, bro. They don't look like, bro, because right now, America, like, is kind of divided right now because a lot of people are saying, oh, why would Trump do, bro? The fucking, the president is a dictatorship, bro. You got no nothing, bro. But even then, what was the reaction of, like, the,
So it seems that Nicolas Maduro, world leaders.
Yeah, okay, this is the video I wanted to show y'all. The reactions of the leaders, bro. What were everyone's reaction, especially Russia and China?
Beginning to react to Maduro's capture. Keir Starmer says that the UK is not involved in any way in the US operation in Venezuela, but is seeking more information before officially commenting on it. Russia, which is Venezuela's ally, said that they are extremely concerned and are seeking immediate clarification on this situation. Israel's opposition leader straight up said the regime in Iran should pay close attention to what's happening in Venezuela. Venezuela's neighbor, Colombia, they have started deploying forces along the border in preparation for a possible massive influx of Venezuelan refugees. The European Union are calling for restraint, but said that the EU has repeatedly stated that Maduro lacks legitimacy. And then Italy's opposition leader and former prime minister said that we are facing a blatant violation of international law, which certifies the dominance of the strongest and best equipped military, saying that if if rules only apply to enemies and not friends, no one can feel safe anymore.
Bro, the thing about that, bro, when you're like the most powerful country, bro, like if you have the power, would you not bend the rules a little? Cause bro, Venezuela was on some like weird shit, bro.
Situation develops, I'll keep you guys updated. Guys, I think this is officially it. This is where we say that we are no longer in
This
reality
man has a
simulation
Nike
because
tech on.
ain't no way.
He has the
Maduro
whole
was
Nike
captured
tech.
wearing a Nike
He has
tech
the whole
fleece.
tracksuit, bro.
In 2026, we got the first verified images. This was literally posted by Trump of Maduro in a blindfold, noise-canceling headphones on this USS ship, wearing
That's
a gray
crazy.
Nike Tech fleece.
Nah,
Did
that's
not
crazy.
get the quarter zip memo.
But the thing is, I'm trying to find a video. I couldn't find it, but apparently Trump said that he's gonna take control of Venezuela for a little bit until they get like a new actual proper leadership. Because obviously, if you just leave it stone like cold like that, there's gonna be a rise of a dictatorship again, and it's gonna be the same thing over again. Because yeah.
So it seems that Nicolas Maduro is alive, and
What
apparently he's been brought back to the United States.
He's on
to
trial for what,
stand
though?
Trial on criminal charges. This is according to a Republican senator, Mike Lee, who spoke with Marco Rubio on the phone earlier. We also now know that those strikes on Venezuela were merely a distraction, and apparently were only deployed to protect and defend those executing the arrest warrant, which was their main objective. Now, Marco Rubio says that he anticipates no further action in Venezuela now that Maduro is in U.S. custody. As we know more, I'll keep you guys updated. So
Okay.
it seems that, bro, do you know? Unbelievable. Bro, do you know how
Wait, they captured his wife
unbelievable
too?
Breaking news. The U.S. have captured
Typical
Venezuela's
night doom
president
scroll
and
in
his
2026.
wife.
Bro,
This
it's just crazy because 2026 just happened, bro, and this shit literally 2026 just happened, bro. And 3 days after, this shit already happened, bro. This is what we have to start the year with, bro. Bro, what y'all think, bro? Y'all think we're going to war with like Russia and China?
I don't even know what. So Donald Trump has just posted, the United States of America has successfully carried out a large-scale strike against Venezuela and its leader, President Nicolas Maduro, who has been, along with his wife, captured and flown out of the country. There will be a news conference today at 11 a.m. Mar-a-Lago. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Bro, I'm trying to find a
Okay,
video.
guys, it looks like it may
Bro,
be
look at
happening.
this.
Multiple explosions
It was
are coming out of
airstrikes,
Venezuela,
too.
and U.S. officials have told the BBC that Trump has ordered strikes on sites inside Venezuela.
This is legit what the video was talking about, bro. Like, I'm telling you, the guy who made the video, he has to be a part of the White House.
Including military facilities. Here's what we know so far. So videos show military
Damn.
helicopters flying over Caracas, Venezuela's capital, and others show huge
They were
strikes
attacking the
being
bases,
carried out
right?
on specific locations. Now, the Venezuelan president, Maduro, he's declared a national emergency and blames the U.S. for these strikes, saying that they're trying to take the country's oil and minerals. He's also ordered all national defense plans to be implemented and all social and political forces in the country to activate.
Bro, what y'all think, bro? I'm trying to find a video of what Trump plans to do. Hold up. Let me pause the video and actually, like, let me find it. Because, so Trump already, like, gave his speech and stuff, and this is what he said in one of his speeches. This is what I was talking about, of him saying that he's going to control Venezuela until they get a new leader.
As we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So we don't want to be involved with having somebody else get in, and we have the same situation that we had for the last long period of years. So we are going to run the country.
Damn.
Until such time as we can do a
Bro, we
safe,
basically
proper,
conquer
and
Venezuela,
judicious
bro.
transition. And it has to be judicious because that's what we're all about. We want peace, liberty, and justice for the great people of Venezuela. And that includes many from Venezuela that are now living
bro,
in the
what y'all
United
think,
States.
Like, Venezuela right now is now under control of the United States, bro. What y'all think about that, bro? And especially the oil reserves, too, bro, because he was talking, earlier in the speech, he was talking about tapping into the oil reserves.
Want to go back to their country. It's their homeland. We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind. We've had decades of that. So we're going to stay until such time as we're going to run it, essentially, until such time as a proper transition can take place.
Damn, bro. Yo,
We're going to run
real talk though. I don't really know the whole thing right now. I don't know what. I mean, I knew he. Okay, I know Venezuela had a lot of problems because they had a whole dictatorship running the country. But now that he said that we're running the country now America's running the country. I wonder like what the future actually holds for Venezuela. Obviously, I hope for the best, and I hope we can actually like help them and not just tap into their oil reserves and take all their oils. But like, it's just crazy to think how much power, because this all happened in 12 hours, bro. Like under 12 hours, bro. All this shit, we already have the country locked in under 12 hours, bro. That's just shows how powerful and scary, bro, United States is, bro. But I deadass want to know. I deadass wonder what the other countries' response to this will be, especially Russia. But yeah, let me know what y'all think.
as everyone
Will
knows.
will we go to World War III? Is 2026 cooked already? Because we were all hyping out 2026 to be the next 2016. Is 2026 cooked, bro? Are we all going to go to war? Let me know down below, and I'll catch y'all the next one. Have a blessed day. Peace.